crazy sometimes because I'm like, oh. But it is Bella B, and today I am doing a video that I have not done yet. Well, haven't really done a whole lot of videos on my channel, so yeah. But today I am doing a review video of a palette I have been really wanting to get for a while. This palette comes from the brand BH Cosmetics. They are kind of getting a little bit well known, well, not well known, but more known throughout the beauty community. They're like kind of like Elf or NYX. They're cheaper, more affordable makeup brand, and I really do love NYX and Elf, so I was excited to see what this brand was. So we are reviewing a palette from BH Cosmetics. I am really excited because this palette is super colorful, and I'm kind of like, I mean, I never really go out in makeup because I work a lot, but I do like to explore with like really colorful eyeshadows. I think it's super fun, and you know, I kind of like to stray away from the norm of just like the smoky eye or the just neutral colors. Like sometimes those get really boring for me. So, excuse me. So yeah, the palette I got is called Take Me Back to Brazil, and it was, oh my gosh, I bought it for like $12. They go, like, this website literally has sales all the time. It's just always sales. So like if you wait a couple days and you don't like the price that you see, you can, like I said, wait a couple days and it will be a lower price or a higher price. You never really know because it's always on sale. I think it was $12, and then it was another like $5 for shipping, so it came out to be like around $17. That is one thing I'm slightly disappointed in, is the amount of time it took to ship. Like, it took a while for being able to, or having to pay for shipping. Like, I'm one of those people where it's like, if the shipping is not free, I don't like to buy the item, but I was like, oh, I really want to try this, so I did it anyways. But yes, it took like 3 weeks to get here, which might not seem like a lot, but for impatient people like myself, it takes, like, that's a while, especially if you're paying money for it. It took like a week to process and then a couple weeks to ship, and their company is out of California. I think it's actually out of Hollywood, and I live in Washington State, so it's not like it's shipped from across the country. What it looks like and the box it came in, and I'm going to do a swatch test of what the colors look like with a finger swatch and a brush swatch, because I think that's so important to do, because having like the color on your finger is so much different than swatching it with your brush, because I mean, the brush is what you're gonna most likely, for some people, be using. Other people might use their. This is what the box looks like. It is very pretty. It has very colorful. It's reminds me a lot of Carnival. Oh my god, I almost couldn't remember the name, but yes, it reminds me a lot of Carnival, which I think that they were trying to go for. It does come in like a little pouch, and then the actual palette is in here, and it has, I'm just reading off the little back because there's like descriptions. It does have 35 colors pressed pigment palette. Some of them are matte and some of them are shiny or shimmery, whatever you like to call it. And then the back, the description says, capture the excitement of Rio's Carnival wearing these intense brights from this Take Me Back to Brazil 35 color pressed pigment palette. A rainbow of super pigmented, buildable, blendable mattes, satins, and shimmers that make a stunning statement. And it is really stunning. I mean, if you guys can look, there's a lot of colors, and like, ooh, oh, sorry. It is like a rainbow. So let's get into opening this up. So like I said, this is the palette out of the shell. And when you open it up, if I can open it up, it comes with a pretty nice size mirror. You can probably see my bed. As you can see, they are not that big of a pan. Like, I could probably go through these really fast. And I only dipped into, I did like accidentally scrape this one, so rip. But I did dip into this one with my finger, I think the other day, and there wasn't like too much like powder dust fallout when I put my finger in there. I'm going to go from row to row horizontally. I'm gonna start out with these ones though, because they're the most like versatile and neutral colors. So I am dipping into this one with my finger, doing a nice little swatch, and this one is very pretty. It's like with the finger swatch, that's pretty. And then I am using my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. I think it's just an actual just eyeshadow brush. I don't think it's like one of their blending brushes. I am still new to the brush scene, and so I'm learning more about brushes. If you guys have any tips, let me know, because I have no idea what brushes to get. There's so many out there, and I've heard so many different things about so many brushes, and so yes. But anyways, here is the one I pointed to, and then we are going to dip in with the brush and do a brush swatch. And as you can see, like, it's still there, but it's definitely like, well, I guess going over it a few times, you can really see the swatch. Hopefully you guys can see that good enough. Color we are going to go, oh, and see, there was a little bit of fallout because it got on the black, but that is fine. I just blew it and it came right out. The next color we are going to look at is this black. It's really nice to have a standard black eyeshadow. I don't use it much because I like very, for everyday natural looks, but that would be really nice for a smoky eye. So I'm going to dip in with my finger, and again we're doing the black. And it might look a little patchy because of my hair on my finger. I have hairy arms. Yeah, gross. But anyways, that's probably why it looks a little blotchy, is because of my arm hairs, so excuse that. But it's not, like, it's nice. I like it. It's probably definitely buildable. Like, it feels like it'd be buildable. So we're gonna dip in again with our brush and see. Holy moly. Oh my god. A lot on there. And it actually works very nicely with the brush. I already feel like these would be extremely easy to blend. They're not super creamy, but they're kind of, they're in between. Like, they're not even really, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but they're not chalky, at least from these two shades that I've already done. It's not super chalky. It's kind of just there. I don't know if that makes any sense. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is this brighter white. I have actually not dipped into this one yet at all. Ooh, and that one is it's pretty white. Sorry if I keep like rotating further down. And then we're going to go in with our brush and get that white again. Oh my lord, it just keeps getting worse and worse, these swatches. I think it looks pretty nice. So I did these first three colors down here, and I don't even know how to do this. These ones are nice. They're nice neutrals. So yeah. Next we are going to go in and swatch these upper colors. Sorry, excuse my arm, it looks red, but that is not an allergic reaction or anything. That is just what happens to my skin when I wash it. It gets very red, gross. So we're going to start from here and go all the way over. So I am going in with the first pinkish shade, and these are such small pans that it's kind of hard to swatch because my fingertip doesn't get in all the way. I'm assuming if you had acrylic nails or any longer nails than me, it would be very difficult to swatch. So yeah, Go in with the next color, and it is a very nice pinkish shade. I am not a huge fan of pink shades. They kind of remind me of Grandma, but don't get me wrong, I've seen so many beautiful looks with pink, so I'm hoping to nail one down and see if this look can, or this palette can actually, like, the pinks won't turn out really bad. I don't know if that made any sense. I stuttered kind of a lot. So there's the pink. It's very faint, like I said. And then we're gonna go in with the next pink. There are a lot of pinks in this palette, which can be very good, and also, you know, it's good to have a versatile amount. And there are a lot of other palettes on this website that I would like to try. I mean, I've heard great things. Raw Beauty by Christy, I hope I'm saying her name right, one of my favorite YouTubers, and she did a review of products that BH actually sent to her, and yeah, they looked very good on her. They probably won't look as good as on me because I am just not as good as a makeup artist as her. Okay, so those two swatches kind of blended into each other accidentally, but that is the next pink. Next, I'm going into the yellow, one of the yellows, and I'm just gonna go get a little bit more. Ooh, yeah, that one comes very faint with the brush. So they also kind of blended into each other. That one is with my finger, and that is with the brush. And as you can see, with the brush, the yellow is very faint. And next is a lighter, even lighter yellow. And this one is very light. I'm actually dipping in again to see if I can get a better swatch. This one is very light also. It would make a very good transition shade. Oh yeah, sorry guys, I'm gonna put my knee up because my arm is getting tired. The brush and the yellow is basically non-existent, but that is not a bad thing. I mean, it could probably be buildable. Next, we are going into a green, lime greenish color. This would be very fun if you are a Seahawks fan, as moi, because this would be perfect for game day. And that one is a nice color. I actually really like that. I probably wouldn't wear it much because it's a little wild, but it is nice. And I don't know if I'm not getting enough on my brush or if they're just... Oh, there we go. So that is the green color. Next, I am going in with the next blue. And, oh, man, look at that, guys. Oh, that's so pretty on my finger. Oh my gosh, this one is a very pretty color. I love this one. Oh my gosh, beautiful. And I did not even get enough on my brush, and that one is very pigmented. I like that one a lot. And then the next blue, which I have already dipped into before, but I'm just going to swatch it here, is a deeper blue, and I also really like that one. That one's very pretty. These darker colors seem very pigmented. And next is a almost Barney color, but that is okay. That was not a very good swatch, but the Barney color is also very nice. So those are the swatches from the first row. To the second row, which is very similar colors, just slight shades off. So first I'm going in with the next pink. And this one is very pigmented. And this one does feel like it would have fallout. In the pan itself, there is a lot of fallout when I dipped in with my brush, but this is what that next one is, a darker pinkish magenta color. Very pretty. I like it. I love that color. Oh my gosh. There are so far quite a few colors that I actually very, very much enjoy in this palette. Just from the first row and the part of the second row, which is good. That one is a little lighter, swatched on with the brush. The next is a orange. This one is also very pretty. It looks orangish in the palette, but it comes out as a very nice coral color. Sorry if my brush swatches are not the best. I am not very good at this. And next I am going in with another green color. That one is very pigmented. And the next green. Ooh, this one has a lot more shimmer than I thought there was gonna be, but I don't hate it. Very pretty. It's almost like a mint color. This one would be so pretty for Christmas. I should do a Christmas look with this and film it. The brush swatch did not turn out the best. Next is a blue below the blue that I really liked, so maybe I will really, really like this color too. And I guessed right. I do very much like that color. That is very pretty. The more and more I go along, the more my arm is starting to look like a full-flung rainbow, but that is okay. This color looks very pretty. It is a dark blue, and I love dark blues. So let's see what it looks like. Definitely rubbed that in a lot, but I do like that color. I think I did not clean off my brush enough. Let's see if we can redo that one. Maybe the color with the brush was just lighter. Next is a, oh my gosh, I have to get close up because I'm an old lady. Next one is shimmery. I like it. Oh my god, this is so pretty. This reminds me of that, oh my god, what is the name of the nail polish? I cannot remember the brand. Hold up, I'm gonna go find it. It reminds me so much of this Essie nail polish that is Starry Starry Night. If any of you guys know, Starry Starry Night is one of Essie's most popular colors. It's just a beautiful color. They did a revamp of it a couple years ago, and that's when I got this bottle, but original bottles can sell for a lot of money. But this reminds me so much of this nail polish. It's crazy. So next I'm going in with my brush. And it is also pigmented with the brush. It goes on a little patchy, but I mean, the color's great. So this is the second row. I like it. I don't really want to take it off my arm because it looks like a rainbow and I love it. So second row. Beautiful. This is the third row. I started from, again, the lightest color to the darkest color throughout the row. Well, just going over, they're pretty much ordered up in the lightest to darkest color. I really, really like this color. It is almost as pigmented. Actually, it looks just about as pigmented as the finger swatch, which was amazing. These colors were very light. This green color in the pot, the powder clumped up. and came loose very easily. But it is very pigmented. And then again, there was this beautiful blue. The brush swatch ended up being so long because there was a lot of powder at each end, and so I was trying to brush it out and making it look better. But yes, that one is also a very pretty color. It reminds me a lot of the blue in the second row. And then there was a purple. This purple's nice. So yeah, this is the third row, and I will show you guys the fourth and final row. Fourth and final row, and personally, this was my favorite row. These, oh my gosh, how many colors? Like, the two on the end were the ones in the middle are just beautiful. This color is amazing. You probably cannot see it on the camera how shimmery and beautiful they are. And this one, oh my gosh, it looks like a mermaid. It is absolutely beautiful. But these ones are very, very pretty. You may think they're a little light, and they kind of are, but I'm sure with the right amount and the right brush, not my cheap elf brush, these would look absolutely stunning on a look. These are just beautiful. Overall, the palette I'm very proud of it and excited to use it on my face. So yeah. I'm going to show you guys how much fallout was actually like left in the pan. As much as I loved these colors, there were quite a bit of fallout on them. And you know, I was like having to blow it off my arm. So I definitely would do your eye makeup first if you're using this palette, and wait to do your foundation after. If not, put one of those cover things on it. I don't really know what their name is. But yes, I will show you guys what this palette looks like after I dipped into all of the shades. See, there is quite a bit of fallout in each of the pan. I mean, for the price it was and the pigmentation you're getting, I think it's okay. I still have my rainbow on my arm, so excuse that. I do really like this palette. I think I'm gonna have so many fun looks that come out of it. I'd love to try other BH products. Doing the shimmers at the bottom has gotten me very excited for their Solar Flare palette, which I really want to order, and since Black Friday is tomorrow, by the way, happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Since Black Friday is tomorrow, I might go on and just order that palette, because, I mean, if their shimmer shades in this palette are that good, and that palette is just, like, strictly shimmers and, like, foils, I think, it should be amazing. But anyways, yes, those were the colors. I did like this palette. I think it was a very fun palette. The only complaint I have on the product itself is, sorry, I keep doodling with my hair. I never wear my hair straight, and so when I do, it bothers me so much, because I don't know if you guys have them, but these little hairs, my boyfriend calls them Izza hairs, because my full name's Isabella and he calls me Izza. So yeah, little Izza hairs always bother me, tickle me in the face and whatnot, and then I'm like, can you please leave? I don't know if you guys have that problem. Comment if you do, because I feel like I'm crazy sometimes, because I'm like, oh, but yes. Only complaint I did have with this palette was the amount of fallout in each shade, and also the packaging, which is weird enough. I did not like the size of the pans. I think if the pans are going to be this small, I would much rather prefer them to be square, in my own opinion. The circles look really nice, but squares are just a little more easier to dip into, in my opinion. Another thing is, let me blow it out, because I have not blown out all the fallout. Oh, back to new. The only other thing I can complain about, as if you can see, the palette itself is white, and there are quite a few dark shades in this, and so since there's so much fallout, it does get on the white and then it makes it look messy. And that is just a cosmetic thing, haha, very punny, but it's just a cosmetic thing. And definitely, like, I'm sure it probably wouldn't bother very many people, but my OCD kicks in and I'm like, oh my gosh, it needs to be clean. So yeah, the only other complaint I have is that the palette is white and it does get dirty fast. Like, just from swatching them, there is some staining on the white, which is okay. It's just the palette part. It's not gonna affect what the look looks like on my eyes. But I like it. And I also, one thing I love about this palette is that there is a mirror in it. I have been using that a lot and I really like it. Well, I really enjoyed this palette. I am excited to dip into it and get started on some looks, which I will be posting on my Instagram, which is in the description. So if you guys want to go follow me on there, that would mean the world to me. And also, if you guys would like to see me do a look, like, on YouTube with this, like a tutorial, please thumbs up and comment. I would be more than willing to do that. I think it'd be super fun considering how many colors there are in this, and since it is winter and dreary outside, I don't know if it's dreary where you guys are, but I live in the Pacific Northwest and it is gray. And so these colors definitely could brighten up my day, even though it's like the opposite of fall colors. If you guys really would like to see a look out of it, please, like I said, comment and like the video. Other than that, that is it for the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette. Really cool. I would suggest purchasing it, especially for how cheap it is. I mean, you can go out and buy one palette for $50, even more than that, which is ridiculous. Or you can buy like 5 of BH's brain fart. Or you could buy 5 of BH's palettes, eyeshadow palettes. Not to mention they carry a lot of other things like brushes and blushes and highlighters, which I would all like to try out, but I can't at the moment because I did not video. And please subscribe and like if you enjoyed it. It always means the world to me when you subscribe. I know I don't have very many subscribers, but I'm trying my best to put out as much content as I can. I work a lot during the week, and so it makes it kind of difficult, but I promise I'm trying my best to put as much as I can out. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next video.